Hey everyone, and welcome back to Outta Baseball. In this video, we'll be filling out a lineup card for the active home run leaders in Major League Baseball. This lineup is pretty self-explanatory. If a player has the most home runs at their position and is still active, then they will take that spot in the lineup. A player is only eligible at the position they played the most games at in their career, so a utility guy like Ben Zobrist is listed as a second baseman. Also, all of a player's home runs will be used for their total, so using Zobrist as an example again, the home runs he hit while playing outfield or shortstop or any other position count towards his total despite being listed as a second baseman for this video. With the rules set, let's start filling out our lineup card for the MLB active home run leaders. At catcher, we have Brian McCann. Home run totals for this list are accurate as of April 7th, 2019. And McCann sits comfortably in top spot for catchers with 270 career home runs, with the next closest player being Russell Martin with 186. For a time in the late 2000s, McCann looked like a Hall of Fame caliber player, making 6 All-Star teams with the Braves while winning 5 Silver Sluggers. He has 10 seasons with at least 20 home runs, 9 of which came consecutively from 2008 to 2016. At age 35, McCann definitely has enough time to reach the 300 career home run milestone. Our first baseman is Albert Pujols. Pujols is the active leader in just about every major offensive category, and his 634 career long balls is close to double the amount of most other players in this lineup. He also keeps Miguel Cabrera, who is second among active players with 465 home runs, out of this lineup. Amazingly, Pujols only led the majors in home runs once, doing so in 2009 with 47. He also never cracked the 50 home run mark in a season, but was able to reach 40 on 7 separate occasions. While currently 39 years old and 6th on the all-time home run list, it'll be interesting to see how much further Pujols can push his home run total. At second base is Robinson Cano. Cano is 7th among active players with 313 home runs, doing so at a position not known for having powerful hitters. Aside from Ian Kinsler, no other active second baseman even has 200 career homers, which shows just how much Cano stood out power-wise for a majority of his time in the league. From 2009 to 2013 with the Yankees, Cano hit at least 25 homers, and in 2016 he set a career high with 39 for Seattle. Now with the Mets, Cano has a few years left to add to his total and potentially pass Jeff Kent for most home runs by a second baseman. Moving over to third base, we have Mark Reynolds. This may be the most surprising name here, as Reynolds has primarily been a first baseman since 2012. At the time of recording though, he still has about 40 more appearances at third than he does at first, which is why you see him over Evan Longoria or Ryan Zimmerman. Reynolds had his biggest home run year in 2009 when he hit 44 long balls for the D-backs while striking out a record 223 times and 578 at-bats. Reynolds has played in reduced roles over time, but his home run total should continue to rise, as will his strikeout total. At shortstop is Hanley Ramirez. Hanley last appeared at shortstop in 2014, but still made over 1,000 appearances at the position and has slugged over 270 home runs. He topped off at 33 homers in 2008 while with the Marlins, but he did so as the primary leadoff hitter and drove in just 67 runs as a result. Since 2015, Hanley has had an inconsistent career to say the least, but has still been able to add to his home run total despite having to adjust to several new positions. Our left fielder is Ryan Braun. Our 3 outfielders for this lineup rank 4th, 5th, and 6th among active players for home runs, and Braun is the youngest of those 3. The former MVP and Brewers icon started off his career with 3 straight 30-homer seasons and got to 41 in 2012. He hasn't been able to reach the same heights as he did early on in his career, but with decent playing time in a strong Milwaukee lineup, Braun has an outside chance of reaching 400 homers for his career. In center field, we have Curtis Granderson. I feel that Granderson's career has never been appreciated as much as it should. He didn't play his first full season until 25 years old and is still able to hit over 330 home runs at the time of recording. He hit 40 home runs in both 2011 and 2012 while with the Yankees and benefited from the short porch and right field, but even the years since then, he's been a fair bet for about 25 long balls a year. Another fun note is that Granderson is the active leader in career triples with 94. Next is Nelson Cruz in right field. While Granderson didn't get his career rolling until he was 25, Cruz didn't appear in 100 games in the season until he was 28 and hit 33 homers. That season marked the first of 10 straight years in which Cruz hit at least 20 homers, and since 2014, his lowest home run total has been 37. Now at 38 years old, Cruz shows no signs of slowing down and could very well remain a prominent power hitter into his 40s. Our designated hitter is Edwin Encarnacion. Had this video been made prior to opening day 2019, Encarnacion would have been listed as a third baseman, but currently has 679 appearances as a DH to 674 at third base. During the mid-2000s with the Reds, Encarnacion never quite tapped into his hitting potential, but a trade to Toronto would change that. He hit 42 home runs in 2012, and with teammate Jose Bautista, formed one of the most dangerous power duos in the league. Since 2012, Encarnacion has hit at least 32 home runs in each season, and should reach the 400 career home run mark sometime in 2019. We finish with our pitcher, Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner is the first name that comes to mind when talking about active pitchers who can handle the bat well. A two-time Silver Slugger winner, Mad Bum had one of the best hitting seasons for a pitcher in recent memory in 2014, hitting 4 homers while driving in 15 runs, and also hitting 2 grand slams. With 18 home runs before even turning 30, there's still a lot of time left for Bumgarner to hit more long balls, and maybe even challenge Wes Ferrell for the most career home runs for a pitcher with 37. So that concludes our lineup for active home run leaders. Who are you most surprised to see in this lineup? Do you have a suggestion for a future lineup? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay notified on all the latest Outta Here baseball content. Thanks for watching.